Now it's my pleasure to introduce Brian Bowell, who is the chairman of the Taussig Cancer Institute at the Cleveland Clinic. Brian?
Thank you, Toby, and thank all of you for coming. I'd also like to thank Maria and Sam Miller. This event does not happen without Maria's will, her drive, her commitment, her energy, her enthusiasm. And this is an event that's very special, and it's because of her. Sam has also become a very good friend of mine. He is, in fact, on the road to recovery, and he enjoys this event very much as well and wants to wish all you well. And again, on behalf of Mr. Miller, I'd like to thank you for being here. Every year, I like to tell you guys a little bit about the Taussig Cancer Institute. Last year, I mentioned that a lot of people ask, why is it we cancer docs do what we do? I actually told a story about being at a cocktail party and having somebody come up to me and say, what do you do? And I say, I'm an oncologist. And very rapidly, I'm standing there all alone, looking at the food tray, trying to find the bean dip. You know, people want to know, why don't you do something easier, like maybe heart surgery? I may be looking for a job on Monday, but hopefully not. The fact is, what we do really is hard. Despite major advances in genomics, despite major advances in surgical techniques, despite advances in radiation therapy, many of our patients are not cured. They have a short time to live. They know it, and we know it. There's no other specialty that deals with this fact to the degree that we do in oncology. So why is it that we think we have a really good job? My patient Katie passed away 3 months ago. I took care of her for 6 years. She was really cool. I really liked seeing her. She was bright, she was courageous, and it was always my pleasure to take care of her when she came in to see me. She was 24 years old. So again, why do we think we have a really good job? There's lots of ways to be a cancer doc. To be good at a minimum, you need to be really good medically, and you need to know current data because the stakes are too high otherwise. Some become very statistically oriented and recite lots of probabilities. Unfortunately, some become detached. But to do this job well, you need to take the time to get to know your patient. You need to develop relationships. At our cancer center at the Cleveland Clinic, we pride ourselves in the ability to do this. When you forge relationships, confidence is instilled, fear is dissipated, and it generates benefits reciprocally for us. One of our radiation therapy physicians said this about being a cancer doc. We get to spend our days interacting with people who, when faced with colossal life challenges, for the most part, do so heroically. How often do our patients think of their loved ones much more than they think of themselves? They teach us life's most important lessons every day. I like to quote lines from movies, and there was a movie a few years ago called Starman, and a character is asked what he thinks about human beings. And he says, you are at your best when things are at their worst. We see patients with incurable illness, but we see patients at their best when facing these challenges. But for us to really see this and to really appreciate it, you need to develop relationships with your patients and with their families. I hated to lose Katie, but it was really great to get to know her. I loved her spirit, I loved her essence. It sticks. Tonight is a celebration, and if we were at one of a variety of other major cancer centers, you would not be hearing a speech like this. You would be hearing about research. Well, we're really good at doing research. Just in the past year, some scientists right down the road found new genomic pathways that will change the way acute leukemia and prostate cancer are treated for years to come. At the Cleveland Clinic Cancer Center, we are very proud of our research. But I really believe what sets this cancer center apart is our ability to develop relationships. We recruit very talented people who are very skilled. But the single most important criteria for who we want to be a part of our cancer center team is emotional intelligence and the ability to interact with human beings. This is why we are different. And the result is we get to see heroes every day. And that is why being a cancer doc at the Cleveland Clinic is such a great job. But I still miss Katie. Thank you very much. So I get to introduce Scott Hamilton. And that's easy. The guy's one of a kind. He's probably the most inspirational person I've ever met. He's infectious. I mean, in a couple minutes, he's going to come out here and he's going to say something like, "Let's get crazy!" And, you know, everybody will grin. Everybody will smile and laugh. And that was a really bad imitation. But, you know, he's incredibly inspiring, and we're so fortunate that he's part of our family at the clinic and at the Cancer Center at the clinic. But the thing is, I've never seen him more committed to this cause as he is this year. He is very, very serious about what he does. So behind all the infectious charisma, which is incredibly important, what he has achieved in the fight against cancer is fantastic, and we're just starting. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Hamilton.